Hi, everybody. Um, so the question was, what is a hard thing you have changed? And what was the change talk that really convinced you to make that change? And I hope this makes sense. There's not like a sentence I could sum it up into, but a hard thing I have changed is how I approach my relationships with people. The instance I'm thinking of the most is my relationship with my mother. She left when I was 4, and um, it triggered a lot of issues for me growing up. As anyone who's had a mom leave, it is hard. It is hard, but I was always raised like that. That's your mom still. Like you have to have a relationship with her, and it was never a good relationship. It was very, very toxic and caused me more pain than anything, and frustration, and so much that um, like a year ago, I decided that I was going to set a boundary with her. That boundary was, and I said it to her, I don't want a close relationship with you because this relationship has been painful for me. And she's very much victim mindset, and I think borderline narcissistic. But that's kind of neither here nor there. But um, I told her that I didn't want a close relationship, and it kind of backfired on me, and she completely cut me off, blocked me on everything. And that sounds really, really bad, but to me, it's not. It has actually been very freeing and has led me to make changes in other relationships in my life. But the change talk that I used was just convincing myself it's okay to not have that relationship with someone, even if they are your family, because everyone tells you, like, that's your family, like, that's your blood, like, that's your mom. You have to have a relationship with that person. And if it's harming you, it's not a relationship I want to have. And it took, honestly, me talking to my sister about it. I have an older sister, and saying, like, would you want our mom as a friend to our niece, or my niece? Her name is Riley, my sister's daughter. Like, would you want Riley having a friend like our mother is? And the answer is no. And that was kind of like the light bulb for me. And of course, I talked about it with my therapist, and it took a lot of conversations with her, with feeling okay about it. And it's just like, you don't have to have those relationships. If you have tried to put in the effort and it has failed and it is still negative, then you don't have to force it. You don't have to force it, and you don't have to be there for people. And everybody doesn't have to like you. Like, that's another thing. Like, my former employer at Stepping Stone, the way things ended with that employer was very kind of ugly, and it's still kind of an ongoing situation with me and some of those people. But I've been very much painted as the bad guy, and that is very much not the reality. And I know anybody would say, "Oh, I didn't do anything wrong," but truly, like, in the eyes of the law, I have not done anything wrong, but I'm still being painted as a victim. And so I'm currently working on getting it through my head that some people are just inherently kind of crappy people, and they're going to make crappy choices, and they're going to decide things that are just going to be there for them and be um, a positive thing for them. And so changing my outlook on how I have relationships with people. Like, everyone doesn't have to have a good relationship with you. I will try and leave a relationship with a person saying I did everything I could to be a kind Christian, um, caring to them, and that's all I can do. So um, it's a lot of just honestly convincing myself, and honestly scripting it out, of it's okay if people don't like me. It's okay. They feel that way in their head, and that is valid, but that doesn't mean I did anything wrong. Same with my mom. Like, I am her daughter, but I don't have to have a close relationship with someone who's going to hurt me. So I hope all that made sense. But everybody have a good week.